we were speaking about different skills that helped you during the pandemic situation that are helping you right now to be stable, to be yourself. And if you had a chance to give a piece of advice to yourself back in 2021, what would it be? What would you say to yourself?
I think the main one would be there is no going back to normal. Because like when you're putting your life on pause and thinking that okay, this will finish soon and then we'll go back to normal, I think this is something that holds back and prevents personal growth, prevents education, and like just learning new stuff. So I think that the sooner you realize that things are changing and we need to adapt and life goes on and I need to continue investing in myself and continue learning new stuff and continue doing new stuff. So I think that's the most important one, because even now I see a lot of people who pause their life. They just think, okay, I will just sit quiet and wait until everything's over and then I will continue living. But I think our mind just can't pause for that long, and this can lead to
unwanted consequences.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Putting your life on pause is never something that leads towards better results. Well, interesting. And if we both agree that it's important to go on with your life and to proceed with all the activities that fulfill you, then what about things that you have learned because of war? What are the things that you are thankful to during this really, really difficult situation?
It's going to be coming out now because this question actually I ask myself all the time, but this is the question which I am kind of embarrassed to say out loud, because a lot of people, what good things could war bring? Yes, and a lot of people are just becoming very aggressive about this, and
sometimes it sounds controversial. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that like war is definitely bad. War should definitely not take place in any country. But in any case, there are things that I do try to focus on how I can change even in these terrible conditions, in this terrible situation, what I can learn and how I can become stronger and how I can become, I don't know, wiser, and probably from things that I realized that
yes.
life is fragile and that time is limited. Well, and it actually can maybe maybe I have 40 years ahead, maybe I don't. So why should I suffer now and do things that I don't want to do? So this actually gave me a great push into investing into my time and energy and resources into my own project. And this is probably like I always wanted, but I always was scared. But what can be scarier than what's already going on around? So there is no possibility to postpone it even more. So do it now. If you want to do something, just do it now. And this was one probably great thing that came to me during this time. And another one, the importance of people and community, and especially the importance of my people with my values. And
like-minded people are of huge help nowadays.
Yes.
I think that actually, however cruel it might sound, but the war proved whether people are like-minded or not, whether your environment is yours or you just had an illusion of that.
Yes, exactly. And also war just made it more clear what is right and what is wrong. For me personally, for like the values of our country, for like people who is my person, who is definitely not my person.
Yeah.
And if before it could be, you could find justifications for things for some people, but so right now it is more radical. If it's either right or it's wrong.
True. So it's kind of a luxury that we cannot afford at the moment. I feel it that way, that there is some time that I just can't spend on these people or on these activities because I don't, my time is really valuable. I don't know when it will be over because it is limited and it's very, very clear at the moment. You know, this whole idea sounds like a very big step, a significant one to yourself. And if to look at it globally, the fact that people become closer to themselves and they understand themselves better, or they understand the value of time or how precious close people are to them, it's a valuable lesson in general.
Yeah, and actually, I think crisis does that. And when we all of us went on lockdown, I think that was one step towards yourself and realizing what's important and what's not. At least for me, it was. And now we have another. Yeah, and I think now it's another crisis, and again, this is step towards ourselves.
Yeah. You know, it sounds both inspiring and scary because these steps are definitely something good that should happen to every person because it's about becoming more conscious. It's about developing yourself. But at the same time, what will be the next step towards ourselves?
Yeah, and the question, okay, could I do these steps without all these crises and bad stuff going on?
Yeah, this question is always in my head. Sometimes I keep asking it to myself and there is no answer because I'm not controlling these situations, but still the question is there. Well, I truly believe that it's possible, but probably for that people have to become more conscious. And look, we are becoming. I know for sure that you are becoming. I'm trying to. That gives us a chance and a hope that in the future crisis will be averted, but lessons will be still learned.
Yeah, that's like after, if the crisis is handled correctly, after the crisis actually there is more nourishment and beauty and like growth is expecting. So I'm sure that we need to continue working and doing our work, whatever we are doing it in the best way. If we can't do it in the best way, we need to change it and find activities that will inspire and motivate us to do our best and to make this growth happen as soon as possible.
That sounds like a wonderful motto for this period of time. Let's do our best in everything, in life. Let's do our best in living our life. Well, thank you for this wonderful motto and for this really, really, truly inspirational ideas. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day ahead with electricity, of course, and a lot of peaceful situations around.
Yeah, thanks for having me and have a good day too.